fuck religion. Now, I'm not saying fuck the individuals who practice religion, as long as they're doing it in a well, respectful, and non-bigoted way. I mean, especially fuck the larger institutions of religion. Fuck that. Fuck them then, in the past, and fuck them now, and likely fuck them in the future. Because it's just going to keep spiraling, getting worse, and worse. First of all, throughout history, it has been used to oppress and control millions of people, like in maybe billions, honestly. In Europe, the ones who had the real power, maybe even more than the monarchs, was the church. It was the church at the control of everything. They used religion to oppress everyone. They said, donate to us because that's God's willing. They said, listen to us and give us your time because that's God's willing, because it'll get you to heaven. They said, go to war because it is what the gods want, and if you do this, then you'll go to heaven. They used to control and manipulate. They still do it now. It's used in politics. It is used in politics a lot. It is not separate from politics and religion are not separate, at least not anymore. Maybe in the beginning of our inception, maybe. It was still founded on the idea of religious individualism, where you could practice whatever you wanted. But now it's not, especially ever since the 50s, and especially ever since the Ronald Reagan era. It is so intertwined. Like in the 50s, they added on the dollars stuff about God, or added into our Pledge of Allegiance, pledging yourself to God. If they're supposed to be separate, why are these in our institutions? Why are these taught in our schools? Why? One thing that I found very interesting is the 4 pillars of conservatism. I talked about it in my video about conservatism and why I hate it, of course. One of the pillars was religion, having religious Christian views. That was part of it. It is that entwined. It is that attached to it. It especially happened with the 80s with Roe v. Wade. It caused such polarization. They said if you're a Christian, you have to be a conservative because of their stance on abortion. They brought it in. They made it entwined. Reagan worked with people in religion, and it's getting worse. Look at Project 2025, trying to return to a sovereign, religious Christian view of the world. That's what they're trying to do. That's what they've been trying to do. They're not trying to separate it. They're trying to make it even worse. And when they do, let them do whatever they want. Look at Manifest Destiny. They let them commit genocide against an entire group of peoples, honestly. Get away with it. Well, look what's happening in Israel and Palestine. They can go there and take their land and do whatever they want, commit genocide now. And it's okay because their religion says that that's their birthright. It's their right to live there. What kind of an excuse is that? Because a piece of paper said you can do this and now you can commit genocide? What the hell? What the hell? It gives you permission to do all these evil things, to take someone's land, or in not as evil and serious terms, bigotry. It allows for a lot of bigotry. Racism was promoted by Christianity for a long time. Listen to Darwinism. With Darwinism, when that came around, it did switch it slightly. But that I can get into later in a different video. The racism part, they said that the humans can rule all of God's animals, and they said, they interpreted it as black people being animals so they could have full control over them. Well, now, homophobia, transphobia, those kind of sexism. So that because they say, oh, but my religion says that I can do this, so that I can do this. I cannot see you as a person because of my religion. You can't challenge it because it's my religion. That's so stupid. It's such a cop-out. You're almost admitting that you're wrong and that you don't have a better reason. You don't want to say that. You don't want to say that it's stupid and you have no reason. These need to be separated. I will respect other people. It doesn't mean I respect their beliefs. It doesn't matter how much I hate someone. I will give them at least some level of respect. It doesn't mean I'll respect their beliefs, however. Those things aren't the same. You can separate them, and I do. I will respect your beliefs if you respect mine, and if they don't harm others and are not bad beliefs. Like, I'm not going to respect someone's beliefs if they think that murder should be legal, for example. My girlfriend, she is Catholic. I respect her beliefs because she respects mine and she actually practices what she preaches. Or my auntie, she's also a Catholic. She practices what she preaches. She doesn't just say that others should do this, she actually does it. So I'm going to give her respect. She also doesn't try and push it on me or others. You can have your beliefs and I can have my beliefs. We can still be unified as people, as family, as friends, as colleagues. It's all of that. Now, I do believe that religion, we should just try and phase it out. It just adds more division in our society. It just makes it harder and harder and harder for us to unite. And one of the reasons is there's no real proof of it. You can't really prove it or disprove it. All the proof really is arbitrary, like saying, oh, I just have this feeling, something happened, and now it's a sign. They see it as a sign. It's also because there's a big confirmation bias. You're gonna interpret these things that are very good as God's willing. But if you look at it from a third person point of view, from an outside point of view, where's the correlation necessarily? There's a confirmation bias there, making it so that anything good that happens, you're gonna say it's God. If you have a near-death experience, you say that's my experience with God, for example. If anyone could give me any proof, I will listen to you. Just give me the slightest shred of proof, the slightest shred of evidence. That's all I need. I will at least listen. I will hear you out. But I haven't found anyone to do that. I've just found that we have so much more evidence proving against it. Like I mentioned before, Darwinism. God said that we are all created perfect. Yet it's been proven now that we aren't, and that we evolve, and that we change. Yes, you could argue that we're created perfectly in a way that we can adapt, but that's definitely not what they meant. We have proof, scientific proof, that it is not true. We're still held back by these beliefs. But some of these beliefs aren't bad. Some of them are, like the bigotry. That one is bad. I do not respect that. I will never respect degrading someone and thinking they are lesser for some arbitrary thing that doesn't matter outside of, in a vacuum, it does not matter. Outside of our specific society, and you look at it just morally and ethically, it doesn't matter. If you are gay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect your morals. It doesn't affect who you are as a person. Some of these religions say it does. So I think we need to put an end to religion. There's a reason. And the two things we're never supposed to talk about with like family are religion and politics. Because they're so divisive, and we need to come together and unify. We need to practice solidarity.